Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, what's up, guys? Let me just get everything on the screen. How's everyone doing? How are y'all doing? So, I'm trying to recover, and just rest. Have you guys been exhausted? I've been exhausted AF. AF. So yeah, no, been totally exhausted the past couple days. Actually, let's be honest. I've been exhausted the past couple months. And I think I've finally reached a point where I just need to rest, is what it is. And so I've been resting. I hope you guys have been resting as well. Okay, I'm just getting the cards ready. Ooh, it is hot in here. It's hot in here. Okay, let me stop. Is it intense this morning? So this morning, this morning is fine. We'll be fine. Okay. Whew. We'll be fine. We will get through this. Just getting some of the cards. There you go. And we'll pull some from here. I had already shuffled this just like that. And then these are the cards I didn't pull yesterday. Well, I pulled this yesterday, but I didn't go over it. So we'll just add that right there. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I was told the things you want are waiting for you to allow it. It's waiting for you to allow it. I don't know what it is, but something is waiting for you to allow. All right. I totally forgot. If you would like to book a private session with me, you can go to soulworksynergistics.com/Emmy-services. Okay. Is it not showing? Emmy-services. Okay. If you would like to write in, I'm doing a Dear Emmy series. Okay. And with this, if you are seeking some type of guidance for some type of subject matter, you just write in, and you can write in anonymously. I don't have to read your information on the live stream, but that's a good thing to partake in. This is my primary project right now. You can enter to win a 2-hour meditative experience with me. You go to soulworksynergistics.com/raffle. This is a super duper important project for me personally, because it will give me the opportunity to bring my team into the space that I'm in right now, and we'll be able to really push forward and hopefully this year bring the Soul Sanctuary campus into a tangible position. We would love to open that Soul Sanctuary campus this year, an eco village where we can come together and learn how to once again exist in a very interdependent manner, where each person is empowered, and together it's going to be an amazing experience. So yes, let's go back. The things you want are waiting for you to allow it. What do you want? First and foremost, what is it that you are wanting from your life? What is it? What are you waiting for? What are you wanting? It's a lot of different things. Okay? So, Ethos. First and foremost, are you in an environment that allows for healthy thought patterns? If you're going to be existing in a space where the people are toxic in their mindset, I mean, it's this belief that I have Well, there's this saying, and I absolutely believe it. And the saying is that the 5 people that you hang around the most are the 5 people who you end up becoming. What kind of people do you hang around? Do you hang around people that like to talk caca about other people? Do you hang around people who really, excuse me, have nothing going for them? And it's not because there's no opportunities, it's because they just really don't wanna put any effort into anything. You know what I mean? Like, people who believe they're entitled to certain things, but they don't wanna put the effort, the work into creating opportunities for themselves. People who don't wanna achieve anything. People who are comfortable kinda just sitting around and, complaining about how little they have because this and because that. I mean, I don't wanna hang around people like that. Like, not even relatives, not anyone. No one like that is allowed in my life because I don't wanna take that in. I don't wanna take in the attitude of people who, for one reason or another, they're not interested in building a community. They're not interested in helping other people. It's all the me, me, me. And yeah, they might have their reasons and their earlier life traumas to explain it away, to create a sense of pathology. And that's why we should give them a break and blah, 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 blah. But I tell you this, as a woman over 30 who also happens to be a minority, ain't nobody giving me any opportunities. No one is handing me any opportunities, especially coming from a culture that is highly misogynistic still, where women belong in the kitchen, women belong in the home, women are not allowed to have a voice, women are not allowed to accomplish things. Did you know that when I was growing up, and this is a very common belief, right, in my culture, that I was told that I was being absolutely difficult and ridiculous when I wanted to learn how to drive stick shift. It's like, "You're a girl. Like, you're being ridiculous. You're a girl." You're a girl. Right, right. And so what did I do? Did I shrink down like a little flower? No. I went ahead and I took my brother's car and I taught myself how to drive stick. I will create my own opportunities. I will create the circumstance for myself that will give me the opportunity to do what I set out to do. And I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I deserve to be surrounded by reflections of my desire to succeed. Has nothing to do with money. And I really am becoming very annoyed by the fact that I have to continuously, anytime I say anything empowering, I have to reiterate it has nothing to do with money. Y'all, it's okay if it has to do with money. It's okay if your goal is to be rich. It is okay if it has everything to do with money. It is okay. As long as you are not trying to use other people, you're not being hurtful or harmful to other people in order to earn your money, that's fine. The reality is this, okay? We live in a world that runs off of money. Yes, false money, fiat, fake money, money that's not backed by anything, empty paper, right? Yes, that's fine. For the light workers, light warriors, star seeds, whatever the hell you want to identify as, because now I'm triggered. Now I'm triggered. Your girl is triggered. Whatever you want to identify as, if you want to tell people it's not about money because money is a problem, motherfucker, the moment you take money out of the equation, let me fucking know. Let me know, because until you personally do that, you can shut the fuck up about that shit. Because all of us, are sick and tired of being crushed by the fact that we have to pay to exist. So don't fucking tell us that we cannot be compensated for our time. I'm sick and tired of that narrative. You know why that narrative exists? To crush people like us, to cause us to believe that our gift cannot take care of us. And I promise you, I'm more than fucking willing to do this shit, all of it for free. But you better pay my mortgage. You better pay for my groceries. You better pay for my vehicle. You better pay to make sure my children have everything they need. Until you paid for that shit, you can kindly shut the fuck up about that shit. You got all these people who toss in their opinions. What do they do to help? How many of the people who say this type of rhetoric, how many of them feed other people? Y'all, I will say this right here with zero shame. A large portion of my income goes towards feeding other people. You ever notice I don't wear fancy shit? I don't need that. You know how many people can be fed for that $2,000 purse? You know how many people can be taken off the street for that 80,000, 90,000, $120,000 car? I see all of that shit in the world and I'm like, motherfucker, you know how many people you could have helped with that shit? To make you feel better that you chose that? And like people who make it a point like you think you're all that because well, you drive a Tesla because it's like 100 something thousand. I see a Tesla, I'm like, they could have totally opened like a whole center and taken so many kids off the streets. You could have stopped so much gang violence with that. Oh my gosh, do you know how many battered persons you could have assisted? You could have gave them shelter for that acute need, that moment of acute need. Oh my gosh, do you know how many fucking gardens you could have created with that kind of money? An entire orchard, a rotating cycle. So every single season you're producing food to help people who are hungry. I don't see that as a status symbol. I see that as your slavery. And unless you have a similar mindset where you're ready to take humanity to the next level, we don't share the same ethos. You need to just back the fuck up. We don't share the same ethos. And I just, you can keep living the way you live, but I'm going to live the way I live. We can commingle, we can coexist in a very peaceful manner. But the moment you try and tell me that I need to change the way I am, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a major, major problem. We're going to have a major problem. I don't know many other people who work 7 days a week from the time I wake up to the time I pass out because I can't stay awake any longer. 7 fucking days a week. So if you want to judge me for any type of income or tax bracket that I'm in, show me how many people you've fed, because I promise you, I don't even know how many at this point. I don't know how many. I remember their faces and their stories, but I don't write their name down on a list. I don't need to prove shit to anybody. I think it's time for more of us to enter into that stage of giving, not just giving until it hurts because you want to be seen as a good person. If that's the reason that I was doing that, you would know about every single one. Every single one. How many do you know about? That's between me and them. That's written down in my heart, nowhere else. That is between me and them. If I help you, it's between me and you. I'm not going to use you as a way to garner more clout. I don't need clout. Understand what ethos you exist within. Understand that I am just like you. The only difference between us, it's not that I'm more brave than you. It's not that I'm more powerful. It's that I'm more sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to conform. That's the only difference. So now I'm like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, you never even accepted me when I was trying to play by your rules. Fuck your rules, fuck your game. Imma just be me at this point. You don't like it? Too fucking bad, ain't it? Too fucking bad." No, we have the community we need here. We have the ethos developing here. And now I'm trying to allow myself to find the courage. What is this all about? What is this conversation all about? Why am I so triggered? Mm, 83% at 838, 83838. Solid foundation on both sides, a space of reunification, a place of merger, a place where we come together. That's why it's so important to keep pushing, to really, really go out of my way to bring to fruition all the necessary components that will come together to build that soul sanctuary campus. I think we've talked about it enough. I think now it's time to really actually build it. I think it's time. I think that's where my frustration lies right now. I didn't realize that I was getting frustrated about it. Y'all, this is something I've been talking about since I was publicly visible, right from the very start. Right from the very start. I remember still the very first time I was publicly visible and I spoke about this, that this is my dream, this is what I'm here to create. I was live streaming with Eddie, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, you want to do that?" Yeah, I do. And the story hasn't changed. The goal hasn't shifted. The only difference between now and back then is it's become much more laser focused. The things you want are waiting for you to allow it. Mm. The things you want are waiting for you to allow it. How badly do you want the world to change? Because if you want this world to change, it begins with you. How willing are you to allow yourself to change, to see life differently, to begin functioning in your life differently? How much have you seen about yourself and your purpose? How much? How much will you allow for life to mold you into what you were destined to be? How willing are you to see that you've always been this? Whatever it is you think you're working towards, you've always been this, and the work you're putting into your growth is simply the shedding of layers, shedding of the pretense that has caused you to believe wholeheartedly that you are not enough, that you need this, this, and that before you can become what you already are. We're already everything we need to be. We're already everything that we aspire to become. The things you want are waiting for you to allow it. Will you allow it? Will you allow your life to shift and change in the most beautiful way? Sometimes I wonder if, as a flower, it hurts to blossom. That's part of you pulling away from you. And then another part, and another part, and another part. I wonder sometimes, do flowers have this fear about their blossoms being torn away from them? Are they aware? Or do they just exist as they are? No fear, allowing their growth to occur. There's studies that have been conducted, and they almost, I mean, to me, they do serve as evidence, but I think to most, it's kind of like, I don't know, that's cool, but I don't know. It shows that plants are cognitive. They attach these electrodes onto the plants, and they do all of these scans and whatnot. And they tell the plant, like, I'm going to eat you. And then you see spikes in the readings that indicate stress. Do we even know what we're doing? Do we realize every single one of us are in the process of blooming, blossoming, and that there are people who exist who are not interested in cutting you down, snipping off your blooms just to put them in a vase? There are people who exist who will cultivate the ground around you because they see the gravity of you. It's okay. It really truly is. Your whole process is something that you that you deserve. You deserve that growth. You deserve the experiences that further develop your growth. 88% at 844, 88844, which is 8888 1616 32 5. Change. A solid foundation from which to receive to guidance. And that guidance leads you to an elevation of guidance, which then creates an even more solid foundation. 3232. This mirroring, allowing yourself to be a mirror for those who need to see the greatness that they are, and allowing them to serve as a mirror for you during the instances where you forget the gravity of you. I think it was in my private ministry area. We were doing an exclusive chat. I want to say it was there. I don't remember. I don't remember who said it, but they were saying something about themselves, and it was this thing of like, because they were on the screen with me, and they were coming to some realization about themselves, and then it was like this sense of like, I vaguely remember they said, but I don't want to use that word. So they use a different word. And when they were done speaking, I was like, really quick, what word were you going to use? And it was the word greatness. That they felt somehow, I possibly ashamed, or maybe like it wasn't appropriate to label themselves with a greatness, that label of greatness. I don't know that's accurate though. That's the accurate word to use. You're returning back to your greatness. Why wouldn't you use the appropriate word that is the most accurate for what you are trying to describe? And it's this thing of being in an environment that doesn't give you permission to recognize the greatness that you are. Do you know how long I've existed in environments that were spiritual, and I wasn't allowed to recognize myself as great? I was allowed to showcase my power so long as it's for someone else's benefit. But no, no, no. I'm not allowed to categorize myself as a type of greatness. Why? Me understanding my greatness and accepting it has nothing to do with diminishing other people. As a matter of fact, for me personally, the more I tap into my greatness, the more I see this is inherent in all of us. Every single last one of us has a greatness. We have a purpose, a profoundness about why we were created to begin with. And the more I realize this about myself, the more I become committed to this knowing, this knowledge, like this is inherent in all of us. Like, really, though, this really is about all of us. Like, we are all like this. We all have this amazingness that we're just kind of hiding away. Why do we do this? Oh, that's right. Because insecure people. That's why. Insecure people. Did you know that when someone is insecure, you don't make them feel more secure by coddling their insecurity? Say, for example, my youngest is skittish around hopping onto things, right? So we got him this like little ATV for his birthday. I don't know why we did that, because it's like, but he's scared to ride things. So that was like the worstest idea. He gets on it, which it took forever to even get him to agree to sit on it without it moving. It's just like, damn, I don't think he's going to write this, which he didn't. The other kids decided to write on it. That's fine. And then it was never used again. That's fine. And then we got him a bicycle. He didn't want to ride that either. Why? Because it rolls, it moves. And I was like, well, you can keep your feet down on the ground and just sit on it. And that was a big deal for him as well. Like, ugh, why are you forcing me? Because he's a little guy. And I was just like, would I ever ask you to do something that's dangerous for you? There's nothing dangerous about just sitting on it. I'm not asking you to move. I'm asking you to sit on it and become acclimated with it, become comfortable. And it was a couple of weeks that we were doing this. And every single time he looked like he was on the verge of tears. And then finally I was just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And so I stopped. And then not long after I stopped, he was standing on a scooter, which it moves. That's why I was like, I don't understand. The scooter is much more unstable than a bike. You're just sitting. And he rides up to me on his scooter, his little razor scooter. And he goes, you know what, mommy? It takes me a while to trust things. And I was like, I know. He goes, okay. I was like, I know. Are you still scared of your bike? Yeah, I don't trust it. Like, what don't you trust about it? I could fall. How will you fall if you just sit on it? Both your legs hold you steady. He had to think about it. He didn't answer me. And see, that's the thing. When a child is profoundly gifted, I'm not just talking about smart. I'm talking about profoundly gifted. That is an actual medical term. That is a psychological term. Profoundly gifted means that if you are to take an IQ test, you would be in a percentile which indicates 99.999% of the human beings you come across, regardless of age, you will be more intelligent than them. All my children are profoundly gifted. One of the major tells of a profoundly gifted child is they are so painfully cognitively aware of all the different potentialities of a singular decision. Why do my children not climb on furniture and do crazy things? Because every single moment of their life, they are calculating the risk and the different potentialities that stem from that singular decision, that singular activity. I remember one time we were at a pool a long, long time ago. And one of my other kids was like, if I jump in and I miscalculate, I could hit my head and have a concussion. I'm like, then don't jump in. What if I slipped and fell in and it was the wrong position? I was like, then just be careful when you walk around the pool. And it was like a 30-minute conversation before they would even go anywhere near anything that was wet. So what am I trying to get at here? I'm trying to tell you, you're much smarter than you give yourself credit for. You're so very fear driven because you are calculating all the potentialities that could be harmful off of one singular decision. But do you understand that you are hurting and harming yourself more by not believing in your ability to overcome whatever the potentiality is that's placed before you? When you allow your fear to cripple you, you take away all of your option to rise, your option for everything that's taken away, and you're shackled to that moment, perpetuating that fear. Is that all you're worthy of? Is that all you deserve? I think you deserve way more than that. I really think you do. I think you deserve way, way more. So, union in reverse. There's a split that's occurring. We've already been through several social mitosis moments. This polarization of logic, polarization of opinions. Excuse me. We've been through several cycles of that. The people in control are trying to create more and more division. This is not conspiracy. This is fact. Fuck out of here if you think it's conspiracy. So, just in the past 2 years, how have they divided us? Let's look at all the current events that everyone has been up in arms in. Okay, so medical stuff. Yeah, we know what it is, right? Medical stuff. Mr. Floyd, right? That divided everyone. Us versus them, us versus the cop. That's another one. Just full on racial baiting. That's another one. Oh, even our hair. That's another one. I think more recently, Russia, Ukraine. That's another one. Oh, the most recent that I've been seeing, Roe versus Wade. That, right? That. Aren't we tired? It's the same thing. Division after division after division. Haven't you noticed whenever we get close to reunifying as a people, as a species, um, another trigger trauma is introduced? Yeah, trigger trauma. Triggering trauma. You're starting to heal, trigger trauma the shit out of it. Let's do it, right? No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to participate. I don't. Oh my God. So, I mean, you don't have any opinions on blah, blah, blah. My opinions are my own. They're my own. What do they have to do with other people? I see what's going on. A lot of distractions for things that are being done. There's other things going on in the background beyond what we're so fixated on, right? Things that affect all of us globally. Has to do with a 3-letter word. WH. Yeah, they're trying to pass things. I mean, whatever. Whatever. I'm not going to live in a state of fear. I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. Excuse me, for my family. And that's that for now. As long as I'm doing what I need to do for myself and my family to remain safe, to stay in a place of peace, that's going to be enough for me for now. And as I rise in my purpose and am more properly positioned and aligned with more profound change in local environments, municipalities, regions, states, countries, continents, I will do more. I will not allow myself to fall back into this place of like, what can I do? I can do a lot. For me in my life, I can do a lot. And as I do a lot, I will allow more and more people to witness me. And as more and more people witness me, more and more will realize this girl ain't no different than me. I can do that too. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes, you can. You can do it too. Yes, you can. You thought I was gonna be like, "No, no, you have." No. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So do it. Be the change your community needs. Be the thing you were created to be. Do it. Be that. What is that? Your authentic self. That's what that is. The time for incubation is done. It is now time for you to come out of that shell, to come out of that space of hiding because you think that this and that and blah 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 and all the different reasons you come up with so that you can continue to hide yourself. So think on this. How have I affected your life? I don't personally believe I really have that much effect on other people, but I'll ask the question. How have I affected your life? Has it been a profound effect? And when you think about the way I've affected your life, have I been personally present in your life? No. How have I affected you? By simply showing up as myself, by losing my fear of how people will receive my opinions. All of my live streams are nothing but my opinions. They're just my opinions. They're my opinions. That's it. Now, could you imagine had you never come across me? Where would your life be? Would you still be in a place of misery, a place of self-loathing? Like where would you still be? And I'm not taking credit for the changes in your life. I feel like it's important to clarify. Seeing me existing outside of you as a reflection of you is simply giving you the courage to be more of who you already are. Do you know who you are? Ooh, I love that. Echo bunny. My gorgeous bunny over here. Profound, not by doing things for me, but by setting an example and being yourself. Girl, I'm telling you, I still remember when I first made your acquaintance on Instagram, I believe it was. And I had just moved my mom to Colorado. And I was just like, I know this is gonna sound so awkward and weird. I remember I was in my mom's bed with her, and she's like in this hospital bed, right? And I'm showing her social media, and she's like, 'cause she can't see without her glasses. And I was like, oh, mom, 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 look at this girl. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. And my mom's like, oh yeah, she's pretty. And my mom is totally like she's gangsta. If she doesn't think someone's pretty and her standards are ridiculous, she's gonna be like, no, that's an ugly one. But she was like so enamored by you. Um, in some of the pictures that you had up, I don't even remember what the picture was, but in some of the pictures that you had up, you look like her in her youth. You guys look very similar. And I was like, "You just think she's pretty because you look alike?" And she was like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with that." I still remember that conversation. So it's like this thing of we all impact each other. We all impact each other in ways we don't even realize. Like, I don't know how I could have impacted you in any way, shape, or form. Um, you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing that I can pinpoint about myself that I can categorize as so ridiculously profound that it would affect someone else's life in the most beneficial way. Like just, uh, my opinions. That's it. They're just my opinions. But my opinions and me being who I am carries with it the potential of encouraging other people to be more of who they are, which is a powerful thing. To see someone just be, it's powerful. Oh, there's this video. Oh my God. Hold on. I don't know if I might be able to share the screen, but I don't want to show you guys my Facebook shit. I'm just saying, I don't want you seeing like how many messages and stuff I have. Privacy, yo, privacy. But there's this video of this machine. It's kind of like a hydraulic robotic arm, and it had been programmed to contain the leak in that hydraulic fluid. And it was also programmed to be able to um like do a little happy dance to greet the people if enough of the fluid is contained. And in the beginning, the first couple of years, because this was a few years long, this exhibition, uh in the first few years, it was able to do its happy dance because it was properly containing the fluid. And as the years went by, more and more of the leak was happening. And so more and more it was worn down, and it was using all of its time trying to contain all of the fluid that it thought it needed to contain in order to continue to exist, until eventually in 2019, I believe it was, this arm finally gave out. And for years, it was doing all of this very desperate activity to preserve itself, only to realize later it was electric, it wasn't hydraulic, it didn't need to do any of that. And it's this thing of like, is that what we're doing? Is that the perfect analogy for what we are doing as individuals? Working so desperately to try and maintain a state that's not our organic state. I've lived at both ends of that spectrum. I've lived as a person who's kind of been seen by society as a throwaway because I was living in an old RV with my family. Um, yeah, they saw me as a throwaway. I don't care. It didn't diminish my worth. I have never felt more rich, more alive, and more happy with my life than when I was living in that old ass RV. I'd never felt more free. My life felt so rich with meaning. Society is so convoluted. It's convinced us the opposite of what our reality actually is. What would happen if every single last one of us, decided to stop participating in the system that currently exists? What would happen? We'd still exist. It's just the system wouldn't. If we took money completely out of the equation and returned back to a bartering system, people wouldn't agree to that. Why? Because, well, now we're all equals. Now we're all equals, and we each have to have a skill to contribute in order to receive. How beautiful is that? That we are now interdependent. And one of the visions that I was having for the soul sanctuary is to have like these cluster subdivisions on the land. And like one section would be people who maybe know how to work with metals, right? They know how to melt the metals, like blacksmiths, things like that. And then right next door in that subdivision, that pod, um, it would be those who are the mechanics and the machinists. And they would have close proximity to each other because they could work together. Another area could be, um, the farmers, and then right beside them, in that village pod, would be those who are the chefs, the cooks, coming together synergistically, where one subdivision is interdependent with another and another and another and another, and all of them come together to form a whole, a self-sustained village. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. And so we could have the people who are like the farmers, the growers. They could work closely with the herbalists, who then work closely with the medically inclined, those who are capable of triage. If you know what's wrong, the herbalist can prescribe what God created to heal you. It would be whole being care, health care, not the waiting until you're sick. And we could grow enough to bring this beautifully grown food to markets. We could go ahead and utilize the raw ingredients that we grow on the land, processed naturally by the people of the land, and create baked goods that could be shipped globally to help sustain the cost of the campus. And you wouldn't need any money there. You come and coexist. Bring your gifts, we'll celebrate it. There'll be no competition. There will just be co-creation. I mean, how beautiful would the world be existing in that way? How beautiful would it be to know that you matter? To know that in your small group, someone's counting on you that day. Not using you, but counting on you to be present because they need your thoughts, your expertise. There are things that are being created that require your presence. Oh, to feel needed by other autonomous beings. Wow. Like, mm. And it's not this hierarchy. It's literally we are equals learning from each other. Whew. That's a Lemurian society. That is a Lemurian society. That's why they were able to establish and maintain peace. Everyone was of equal importance. And there would be no need to lie, no need to cover up anything, because in this space, we don't have to agree. We don't have to. You can very easily and very respectfully disagree with someone. I don't think that would be the best way. Can we explore this other option? Let's see which one works better. Not because which one is better, but which one is more efficient. Maybe your thoughts can be used on a different project. You know what I mean? Like really being able to come together as equals and as humans who are in the process of being. Ooh, oh my gosh. And there's no like, I need to acquire more than you so that you know that I'm worthy and that I deserve to be. No, everyone deserves to be here. You don't need to acquire anything. Just share your gift, be present, share your gift, share your thoughts. Think tanks, like it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's what we're bringing back to humanity. This is what we're working towards. Every single live stream that you join me on, this is the mission. This is the objective. We don't get to that end zone, to that creation of a campus, even the first one, even all the global campuses that will come eventually. We don't get to that until we first work on terraforming our own thoughts, the way we perceive, the way we function within our personal life. And no, I'm not your leader. We stand shoulder to shoulder. Always. Always. It's not this thing of I need to be elevated and you need to follow me and listen to. No, 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 no. Sometimes I have faulty logic, and sometimes I need you to be able to point that out. Like, hey, Emmy, that doesn't really make sense. Do you mean blah blah blah? No, I'm not making sense. Am I? Sometimes I don't make sense. You know? Oh, yes. Lindsay says 1,000 brains is better than one. Imagine the things we can achieve. Even 10 brains is better than one. Could you imagine? Where my brain falters, your brain excels, coming together creates a totality of existence. Oh. Woo! Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, absolutely. Lose this fear of being around people who are smarter than you. Because I promise you, they're only smarter than you in that one thing that you're unsure about, or that one thing that you don't know too much about yet. There's plenty of other things that you're smarter than them in. It's not a competition. Come together, share of what you know, so the two of you can become stronger together. Lisa says, isn't how this mess started. I deserve more than you. You're not worthy, BS. I'm better because I have more throughout history. This mess started when the archons, the fallen angelics, began trying to create a hierarchy on earth. They began fornicating with the daughters of Eve. And what ended up happening, they got in trouble for that. And because they got in trouble for that and they were bound here, they decided to make this their kingdom. And as they began doing that, the matriarchs of societies were very powerful and very connected to the Sophia, the wisdom, that celestial wisdom. And, they're guided by the heavens. And what ended up happening, they went to the patriarchs and created instability within their concepts. They tampered with the hormonal levels, and then they modified, twisted, distorted the perceptions. And so once that happened, it didn't take long before the matriarchy fell, and it was replaced, usurped by a toxic patriarchy. It comes from the fallen Melchizedek. So we are running a Death Star program here on this earth. Every single program that is embraced by humanity at large serves to further remove you from your connectivity to that divinity, that divine source of energy. And as you move further away, you become much more dense. And in that density, you then begin to understand how fragile you are. And then fear takes in, it takes hold, it sets in. And then you begin to compete and compare. That's where most people are. Why am I so stable within myself? I'm okay with someone being prettier. I'm okay with being someone being skinnier, richer, smarter. Like, I celebrate that. Like, oh my God, you're so fucking pretty. I'm not like, ew, she's prettier than me. I need to blah, blah, blah. No, I've been known to randomly go up to random ass women. Oh my God, girl, you're so fucking pretty. Ooh, I like it. And they're like, thank you. And that was okay. I had to point that out. Have a good day. I gotta go. That's literally, I'm like that. We're going through a drive-through. Oh my God, girl, your nails. Shit, those are cute. Okay, thank you. I gotta go. Yeah, yeah. I remember one time I was in an argument with some representative on the phone. Was really irritated. And then I was like, I'm like really pissed off, but your voice is amazing. But I need to talk to your manager because fuck this shit. I'm not talking to you anymore. I was like, your voice is amazing, but I'm really pissed off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I need your manager at this point. I don't care if you're more than, less than. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly how I need to be. Oh, you're younger than me? Beautiful. That means you have more years theoretically to develop the level of maturity I've already achieved. I've had these really weird ass instances going to the gym and I lift, well, I used to lift. Now I'm just, I'm so out of shape. It's ridiculous. Okay. There's been occasions where I've been to the gym. I'm at the gym and I'm working out and I'm lifting heavy. I'm minding my own business. And then I have someone half my age. Hello, I'm over 40. I have someone half my age trying to work out beside me and keeps looking over like it's a competition. And it's like, honey, I hope you work out harder than me because you're half my age. You're half my age. Get that, lift it, push it, whatever you got to do. Baby boo, get healthy. Get healthy. But right now, I'm not concerned about you. I'm concerned about my own workout. And that's it. That's how it goes. I'm not intimidated by people because they're somehow more than me. According to whom? According to whom? Everyone has different opinions and different preferences. Honey, if you were to bring someone who likes older women, they would choose me over you. So who cares? I'm married. I don't care who they would choose. I'm here to work on my fitness, not to compete, not to use other people's insecurities to bolster my own. Like, I'm good. I am good. There was sometimes there was this lady who would work out. There was this lady who would work out, and I think we're probably about the same age, and she was just like built, right? And I'm kind of skittish with people, so I didn't want to just go up to her. And I remember one day, like, I can't remember if she was deadlifting that day or if she was doing squats, but man, she had plate upon plate upon plate. And then her final one, she was struggling to push it, right? And she did it. And then she dropped the weight. She was done. I was like, girl. I was like, girl, oh my God. Hell yeah. Because at that point, I was watching her already. Because I was like, yeah, push, you got it, you got it. And, she did it. She did it. And I had to celebrate that with her. That was major. Fucking the amount of plates that she was lifting. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I am so not above going. And then we ended up talking for a little bit. I was like, toot your booty, toot it. Ah, girl, look at it pop. And then that was the last time I talked to her because I was just like, okay, now I made it weird. I did make it weird. I asked her to toot her booty. And then I told her she popped it. Like, oh, girl, yes. And then that was the last time I talked to her. It's this thing of you don't have to compete the way they tell you need to compete. You don't have to. You choose to. You choose to allow people to get in your head and tell you that you're this, and this when you're not. You're not. You are not. Your value doesn't decrease as you get older, honey, it increases. The elders are the treasure trove of our communities. Do you know what we could accomplish if we reinstated them back into their proper place? If we listened to them, the things they've lived through that we are currently living through? I mean, like, whoa, whoa. They've lived through so much. They could absolutely advise us on how to navigate this current period of our development. People think like, "Oh, you're just old." No. Are you kidding me? My grandmother's generation not only knew how to grow food, they knew how to create textiles. Most people knew how to do this. If they didn't create the textiles themselves, they knew how to sew. They knew how to prepare food in a way that it would not rot easily. They knew how to survive without electricity. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Seriously. They knew how to butcher, process their own livestock. How many of you even know how to raise a cow? Right? I know I don't. I know I don't know how to raise a cow. How many of you know how to hunt? I know I couldn't. Like, I know how to hunt, but I don't know. I know that I couldn't. I would cry. I would cry. I would cry. That's not something to be ashamed of. I would cry. Mhm. Yep. Ocean lover. This is, oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. She says many of us also don't understand that money cannot be eaten. The elders do, though. There are images that were taken allegedly when cameras were first created. And these are images from the Great Depression where people who had hoarded money were using that money to burn in their stoves. Do you know how to bushcraft? I know how to bushcraft. Do you know how to build shelter? Do you know how to scavenge for food? Do you know how to harvest food from the wilderness? Do you know how to be a hunter gatherer? They took us from our origins, made us hyper dependent on a system that was intended to enslave us. This is what they did. And we allowed it for the convenience. Convenience of what? Convenience of your enslavement. These are the things we need to begin working on. Yo, I have baby fruit growing. I have baby fruit growing. I have nectarines, strawberries, plums. I have cauliflowers. I have a lot of broccoli. I have onions that are growing, black berets, raspberries. I have pumpkins that will be ready by October. Jumbo pumpkins. I'm just saying. I have cantaloupe, tomatoes, calabasa. Ooh, oh, I love calabasa. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna eat them all. I'm gonna eat them all. They're all growing, and I'm gonna eat them. And I've loved on every single one of them from the time they were a seed. We recently harvested some of the broccoli and rinsed it off, and I let all of my kids eat like a little piece, and it was like, ooh, that's some damn good broccoli. You can taste the love. You can taste the love. At one point, when they were still seedlings, they were germinating, and they were in the kitchen. My oldest, he would play the Ratatouille soundtrack for them. They would perk up. They'd like it. And as I transplanted them in their own pots into the backyard, pretty much every day I would go out there and be like, "Hey, bitches, Who's ready to be eaten? Yeah. And I would just be talking to them. Grow, babies, grow. They taste amazing. They taste amazing. They don't taste like store-bought anything. They just don't. They don't. It's okay. We'll get there. We will get there together. We will create this type of existence that is worthy of us together. And we will seed it throughout the entire world. The entire world. It doesn't matter what continent you live on. The entire world. It's a beautiful thing. Could you imagine a soup kitchen using the ingredients that are grown in that way? Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. Ooh, love it. I love it. We'll get back our health. We'll re-find our footing. We'll become a community that's worthy of us, not one that's divided by color, by creed. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care if your beliefs are different than mine. I just don't. All of our thoughts are valid. They are. There's so many projects, so many projects. The most important one right now is that raffle. The proceeds from that raffle. I can't emphasize this enough. The proceeds from that raffle is the first step. It gives me the ability to bring my team close to me. It gives me the ability to have my team in proximity to me, and we can really push all of this forward. So you guys, again, I'm going to try and make it a point to ask for support every single live stream until we get the full amount. Please. Even one entry, each entry is only $1. Even one entry, that works for me. And if you don't even have $1, honey, it's okay. Share out the raffle. Share out the raffle. Sharing is very much caring. Okay? This is the first step. This is such a crucial, crucial step. And it's with this first step that we start the marathon. My team is fucking phenomenal. They haven't complained once about absolutely no pay. They have been working very, very hard, completely for free. For free, you guys. The level of integrity of my team. They consistently tell me, like, forget about money. I'm like, no, that's just not okay. Like, we need to figure this out and become stable so that you can work this full time without having to be split between a day job and doing this. Do you know how much we could accomplish if my ladies could have the bare minimum to be able to just focus on this? And they still work their full-time job. I haven't given them any kind of compensation, you guys. Nor are they tripping about compensation. That's how I know I have the right team. They just want to be part of something they believe in so much. They're willing to forego everything. And I'm just like, I need to bring them here where I'm at. That's the goal. To assist with a relocation here. That's what the funds will be used for. And I've already spoken to them. Whatever of my own earnings that are separate from the Soul Work Synergistics funds, I'll use that too. My husband's completely on board. Whatever it takes, because we need to push this forward. I'm done just talking about it. I am done just talking about it. I am absolutely on fire to get this going. I'm finally done moving myself. Now I can focus on everything else. Now I can be absolutely fixated on getting this done. So we'll need help with the cost of relocation. Unfortunately, it's not cheap. They're in completely different regions of this country. And just the cost of transporting the bare minimum, I'm uprooting them. I'm asking them to uproot their entire lives. And they're agreeing to. So the cost of relocation, like getting them into the state that I'm in, um, and then also with establishing um, like a very modest living quarter, a very modest, where we're not looking for anything fancy schmancy, modest and safe. That's all we're looking for. Modest and safe. Enough to be able to last for a couple months so that we can really push, maybe about 2 months, push to begin getting some of the commercial donations. And once that starts, oh my God, I'm so excited. Did you guys feel that? I just felt a shift. I just felt a shift. I'm assuming that shift that I felt was the last fibers of resistance, the final fibers just giving way, the final resistance, and everything is now coming together. What's this reading about? Let's see. Oh, the things you want are waiting for you to allow it. Mm. The things you want are waiting for you to allow it. And now I'm realizing I had been blocking so much of the progression because of my aversion to being so vocal about asking for help and support. Um, and I've been working with myself for the past several weeks, if not months at this point, to really let go of that shame. Because I was raised in a way where it's like, you don't ever ask someone for help. Like, don't embarrass yourself like that. But is it embarrassing to ask our community to come together and function like a community? You know, is it embarrassing? Because really, what have we created together? Because you guys helped me to create this. First, you gave me the courage. And second, you guys donated the funds to make it a reality. What did we create together? It's not just a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit based on a faith-based organization. That's our status. We are a church. A church. And I need to stop having this shame. I have to be vocal. I have to ask. I could never force. I don't ever want you to feel forced. but the vocalization of the need and then giving you the freedom to determine whether you're in a position to be able to help or not, and how much help you're able to give, when you're able to give it. The freedom of that love. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing to be learning this with you, in front of you, because of you. It's a very beautiful thing. It's evidence of how much I've grown over the past couple of years. It's been a difficult, difficult path. And the more I allow myself to accept as part of my truth how much you all embrace me, the easier it becomes. The easier it becomes, because really, what am I doing? Am I doing something for me and my ego? No, I'm doing for us. How do I know I'm doing for us? Because I don't own the nonprofit. It's an entity all on its own. I can't claim to be the owner. I have an entire board to run it. And that's how I know. It was paid for by us. It is run by us. And together we're building what needs to be built. No, I don't think you need to make an account. Um, if you go to this link, it will take you to the raffle. I believe it's run through Stripe, I want to say. And the money's just sitting there. It's sitting there until it needs to be used in the way that it's intended to be used. So it's just sitting there. I don't know too much, but I do believe betterworld.org is run by Stripe. And so they just do the payment processing. I don't think you have to make an account. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't think you do. Yeah. But yeah, it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot. And if you are interested in being part of the actual campus, when we are closer to the actual building and all of that, the construction of the campus itself, we'll begin to conduct um, interviews. Okay. We want to make sure that everyone that comes to the campus can be safe with everyone that's at the campus. We want to be very, very meticulous in going through all of the different things that need to be shared, and, all of that. uh, hold on. I don't know who's calling. Let's see. Ooh, so foundation is in reverse. This is telling me it's time for us to become aware of a need to make everything right side up. Rebirth is in reverse. We're going through this no matter what. We might as well properly position ourselves in order to facilitate the birth, right? Secret in reverse. This is no longer a secret. This is not something we have to hide from ourselves, from other people, or any of that. This is something we need to embrace. This is our path as a people. This is our birthright. I cannot emphasize that enough. I do not own Soulworks Energistics. I help to run it. This is our birthright. It's ours. Everything this organization accomplishes, it has one singular mission: to do what is necessary to uplift humanity, to reconnect you with your divinity and encourage the return of your empowerment. That's the only mission. That is the only mission. And as we evolve as an organization and as a community, we will begin to have a better understanding of the different expressions of that mission, whether it's a soup kitchen, or temporary housing for those in acute need of shelter, or advocacy for new children, or there's just this endless amount of ors, or these different potentialities, endless amount. Sorry. Dedication. It's time for us to become as dedicated as possible to this process. Okay? This is not something we're going to just do by next week. It's okay. It's okay. As someone who's lived much of my life rushing to get things done, not this. This has to happen in proper time. We have to be able to savor the experience of every single step, every accomplishment. We have to be able to savor it. I was trying to rush in the beginning, and it's like, what am I doing? Am I trying to prove something? Yeah, I guess. I guess that's what's happening. Let me slow it on down. And now I'm coming to a realization, no, we need time to savor every moment. We've had the time to savor the initiation of the foundation, right? Beautiful, beautiful. And now that we've had the time to savor that, to know that we are officially a church. Every single live stream you attend, you are coming to church. Mm, mm. Ooh, ooh. Every single live stream you attend, you are being provided with the opportunity to gain further clarity as to how you reconnect with your divinity. Ooh, ooh. I love that. I love that. Mm. Hearth, homecoming. Come back home to yourself. Come back home to the person you are. Your home is inside of you. Come back home. As you come back home and you begin to set up your house, your spiritual temple, what ends up happening is you then are better prepared to host guests, right? People who have lost their way, people who just need a little bit of rest. You can house them in your heart, give them a little bit of a break from the harshness of this world without any detriment to you. There's no risk to you. You're already stable, right? That's a beautiful thing, to be able to be a safe haven for so many other people just in your presence. Ooh. I just got a notification. Now, you guys have heard me, briefly explain that I'm aware as part of my destined path at some point, and I don't know how I'm going to get there. In order for me to fully serve my purpose, I would need to become the wealthiest person alive, right? Because I'm not interested in money. I'm just not. The more money I acquire, the more I'd be able to have for my budget to bankroll all sorts of projects to benefit humanity. I'm literally not interested in being wealthy like that. So I just got this notification and it says this could create the world's first trillionaire. This could create the world's first trillionaire. $1 trillion. We could initiate enough global projects to not just feed everyone, clothe everyone, house everyone, provide medical care for literally everyone with no fee for anyone, right? We could also establish specific projects that could completely clean the environment. This whole like carbon footprint and blah, blah, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit because really, there are plants that exist, algae that exists, that per 100 cubic feet of this algae, it could completely erase carbon footprint for 2-3 people. They just don't want to fucking grow it. All you got to do is grow it. How do you grow it? Fucking leave water out and let the sun shine. That's all you got to do. They make their own fucking food. Every problem that they say exists, there is a natural solution to it. They don't want to implement it. They don't want to implement it. Okay, you think about, oh, I mean, you shouldn't bash the Tesla cars. I'm not bashing Tesla cars. I'm bashing the mindset that causes people to think that just because they own a Tesla, they're so much above everyone else. I don't give a shit about your car. Anyways, people are like, oh my God, I mean, oh, the Tesla car is just so environmentally friendly because it's electronic, it's electric. Okay. Why do you have to charge it? Why do you have to spend hours of your day to charge your Tesla? I mean, come on, Mr. Tesla. You can create a mechanical device, much like an alternator, that uses the kinetic movement of the vehicle to perpetually charge your car. I'm not even a mechanic. I'm not an electrician. I'm not even a genius. But to me, that's like fucking common sense. If our alternator on our gas powered vehicle can cause the movement of the engine to charge the battery, the only reason you need to replace that battery is if it's so old and much of the fluids have evaporated, or you left shit on and now the battery's too discharged. Hello? Why is that not a perpetually charging battery? It's possible to create that. Figure out a way to make it into an alternator, the same function as an alternator. But no, no, we can't do that. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. For every single issue that humanity faces, there is an actual solution. Yep, Teresa. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. Psychological warfare. Why would they use the name Tesla? His work was so profound that so many generations after his possible murder, I do believe it's speculated he was poisoned. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They're using his name for what? To cause you to automatically associate the gravity of the integrity of him and his work. He was an alien, by the way. And for you to associate it with this product. Mhm. 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 Yep. Yes. Not only did he want free energy for all, he had an invention that could harvest energy from the environment. Mhm. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Prosperity. We will prosper. Together, we will prosper. Okay? We will prosper. Ooh. Ooh. Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Kathy says water helps make electricity. Electricity is needed to charge that car. Where will they store or get rid of all the batteries that run those cars? And I was watching something, I don't remember the exact details, but it actually creates so much more environmental pollution and poisoning in order to harvest enough of the raw materials to make these power cells that power the car. I think it's like cadmium or something like that. I think we all need to look into that. What is the process in which they harvest the materials to make these batteries? Are they using children? Mhm. 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 I keep getting thoughts of Tesla. I wanted to ask how you're associated with Tesla or Elon. Who? Me? Are you asking me, Katie Ann, if I'm associated with Elon? My association with Elon goes as deep as me watching YouTube videos that talk about his affair with Amber Heard. That's my association. He don't know I exist. I will want to keep it that way. uh, there's no association with Elon. Um, sorry, Mr. Musk. I heard about you. I'm joking. No, I'm not associated with him at all. Um, there were some things that I did see in some video about his logic with like education of children and things like that that I really resonated with. But there's no real association. There's no personal association with Tesla. Girl, you asking all the hard hitting questions. um, I plead the fifth. um, oh, hey guys, I'm just seeing notifications, and my Soul Sanctuary payment processor is finally up and running again. Freaking thank God. Thank you, God, Jesus Christ, Mary, Joseph, the wise men, the children. Yeah, it's finally up and running again. I don't know what the hell happened, but it's accepting payments again. So if you have been waiting to sign up for not Soulwork Synergistics, but the Soul Sanctuary recurring contribution, where you get access to my private participant area, you can do it now. Oh my God. The effing. Oh my God. Okay. So it's working now. Thank you. Moving on. Ancestors remembrance. So the ancestors, we need to remember what they've been trying to teach us. Okay. We need to begin allowing more of our intuitive knowing to come forward. You know, a lot of the intuitive hits that we have, a portion of the deja vus that we have, these are things that a lot of our ancestors have been whispering in our ears for a long time, and then we're finally experiencing it, and that's why you get like this deja vu, right? um I don't believe I live this Tesla, but I have found Tesla in this life. I found one of the largest Tesla sparks, and I don't want to say their name because I don't want them to be poisoned again. I'm just saying. I come across a lot of people, a lot of different types of souls. And I will say that I have come across at least one massive spark fragment of the soul that lived as Nikola Tesla. Oh, because Nicolina. I don't know. Mm, okay. Anywho, security in reverse. They want to make you feel unsafe in order to destabilize you in your efforts to further stabilize yourself. Mhm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't let yourself get bamboozled. Don't do it. It's okay for you to feel fear, but don't allow that fear that they are trying to trigger to cripple you. Okay? Ooh, alchemist. We are the alchemists of the world. It is our job to create, to provide alchemical change. So I trigger you to become an alchemist, and then you go about your life, triggering everyone you come across, inspiring them, excuse me, in the exact same way I inspired you. How do I do that? How do you do that? By being your most authentic self. That's all you are being asked to do. Be your most authentic self. The world has been waiting for that gift of you. I don't even want to imagine the world had I not chosen to finally just be myself. Because I was such a painful existence trying to be someone that I'm not. I don't even want to imagine the life I would have lived had I not gone through all the things that I've gone through, and all those things being the very triggers that cause me to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to be me. Fuck it. I'm just going to be me. Mm. Because especially now, I'm realizing being me is not a bad thing. I'm actually a nice person. I'm actually very loving, very patient. Why did I ever think it was bad to be who I am? Uh, Other people's insecurities. I adopted that belief because of other people's insecurities. My presence in their life made them insecure, whether it was me as a child towards another adult. I live with such clarity that it caused other people to feel insecure. I still make people feel insecure. Not intentionally, but because quite a few people have this belief that I can see everything and know everything, and they're afraid that I'll see the very things that they're trying to hide from everyone else. And I promise you, I'm not interested in knowing anything about you that you're not willing to share with me by speaking to me, because that's the way I love. I won't pry. I won't force you to share something you're not comfortable yet sharing. I won't pry. Not like that. Not like that. Balance. We're here to restore balance in the world, and we will. We will. All right. Here goes. Ah. All right. Let me see how I can spin this. Let me see how I can spin this. Card number 40. Yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. Mm. Why the fuck is my brain going blank? Okay, we are yearning for each other to be in a a place of readiness. This coming together as a community, right? We are yearning for that. I feel like I'm lying to you. I mean, it feels like that could be part of it, but I feel like I'm lying to you. Like I'm not trying, well, no, okay. Maybe lying is too excessive. I feel like I'm withholding withholding the actual message from you. That's more accurate. I don't know. For me, I'm like hypersensitive. So withholding from me is it's like the equivalent of lying anyways. That's why I say lying. It's not an actual lie. Withholding depends on what it is. If it's information that I need in order to be able to make an informed decision for my life, and you're withholding that information, it feels like a lie. It feels like you're flat out lying, right? Okay. So here goes. So often we too have yearned for so many people, places, things, experiences that are not to be ours. To be mermaid is to dive in, to immerse, to swim deeply, and to not understand what it must be to be so indifferent to life. Yes, as with the little mermaid of your stories, there have been foolish things done, exchanges made, and pain endured when we have fallen in love with a life or a place that we cannot truly experience in our current form. To be mermaid is to feel without the judgment and logic you so often apply. We are of waterborn and in water, in the psyche, in emotions, and in love with feeling every aspect of our potential. And sometimes that has brought us pain. And sometimes we know this pining and longing can kill us, and you too, which is why we come to you now. We know you too are feeling this pain, this yearning that is a kind of stretching of the soul till it feels it might break free from you and go in search of what you desire. But we are here to also tell you that the feeling you are experiencing will pass. Oh, well, thank God the feeling will pass. That you can expect a breakthrough where your capacity to feel and to love and to heal and to adore is growing stronger and stronger. And as you feel this, it's possible you may wonder about your connection to reality and to what you call sanity. Yearning is deep, is painful, is what takes place when two souls who have deeply merged their energy and their fates and their destinies are separated and do not know when they will be together again. It is natural. Creatures of the sea and of the forest do this, and so do you. The pain will pass. And if it is destiny that your yearning will bring you close again, it will be so. We know this feeling. We comfort you. Know its beauty or know it not at all. Ooh. Ah! Okay, sorry. Know its feeling or know it not at all. I don't know. I feel like mermaids are masochists. Hurts so good. Hurt me more. I feel like that's what the mermaids are telling you. You know, sirens kill people. Okay, let me stop. I'm sorry. Michael goes, don't say things like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't say things like that anymore. Sometimes I have morbid jokes. It's okay. I'm not. Well, yeah, no. Sometimes I am morbid. Let me just check my phone to recalibrate myself. I don't know what to say. Okay. Let me just. Okay. I'm just gonna look at a few things. I'm gonna look at some kitty pictures, and then I'm gonna be recalibrated, and then I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys. Okay. Hold on. Let me launch the proper app. Oh. Oh, this is pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Fuck you, Freud. Fuck you, Freud. We don't want to hear from you. Let me save that though. So close. Let me see a few other things. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I love the Bulgari ring. Mm-hmm. Whew. We're going to save this neurotransmitter chart. There you go. Okay. Okay. The mystical man has contained within him a very powerful. No, let's stop. Okay. We have to start appreciating all the things that we bring to our own lives, because the ironic truth is you are most attractive when you're not worried about who you're attracting. Oh, fucking A. Hold on. Let me just. I'm going to look for kitty memes. You just fucking bamboozled me, Michael. Kitty. There we go. Kitty. Oh my God, how cute. Aw, look at that. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you're so cute too. I gotta say to you. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look how cute. I love kittens. I love kittens. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. I love the kitty cats. Oh my God. He's so cute. Oh my God. He's so cute. I love cats. Let's look at some cool cats. They don't look so cool. They don't look so cool. They don't look so cool. All right, I'm recalibrated. Let's keep moving. Imrama, wonder, voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. So someone's going on a journey of the soul, right? Maybe because of the yearning, they're going on a journey of the soul. Clearing the lungs. We're clearing the lungs. So here's the thing. I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I do know. The sense that I get is that someone has gone through something, right? Someone has gone through something and it's caused them to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's almost like they've reached this point where the string that allows them to be this wrecking ball to themselves and their entire life, actually. It's becoming something that can no longer sustain all of this back and forth movement. And so what's going to happen with that? Well, they're going to snap. They're going to snap. And this is going to cause them to like fall basically into your lap. Ooh. I don't know about that. A guide, mentor, trustworthy ally. And maybe it's because of this, because you are a trustworthy person. And maybe they reach out to you because you have the ability to help them see with greater clarity the things that they need to see about themselves, about their life. It's not necessarily a sense of romantic. I do have this, it's this feeling. It's this feeling of like, um, for some, they do have this romantic desire directed at you, but I feel like if they were to, return for a short period, it has more to do with needing your guidance, right? Like they're there more for the assistance, the the trustworthy ally that you are. Oh, and then the next card, sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. See that right there? Like you're able to give them a sense of happiness and peace that they really haven't been able to find anywhere else. They haven't been able to find it anywhere else. And it becomes this thing of like, maybe they're realizing it's not worth it to have the all or nothing. Maybe they're realizing, like, you know what? Your input and your presence is so much more valuable to me than my ego. And so, can I just be your friend? At the very least, can I just be your friend? Can you just be in my life? um, that was weird. Are one of you drawn to this? It's mine. um, that is so effing weird. And it has a stand. Um, I want to keep it, but I want to keep it. Maybe I can go live later on or something and auction off a couple other crystals. I want to keep that one though. Who are you calling to? I think there's someone in the audience right now that it's calling to. That's my personal crystal. It's like my favorite crystals are smoky citrine. Look at that. And it has zoning and big ass. I know sad. I'm just saying, but I like this. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Ooh, okay. I feel like I should read these cards later. I gotta get going. You guys. Did the screen glitch? I have a whole bunch of. So, my husband spoke to me after our most recent move, and apparently, I still have far too many crystals, nowhere to put them. They're still in boxes. And he also said I have far too many plants at this point, which I can kind of agree because it took an entire trailer by itself to transport it. And it took several trips just for my plants. So I'm not getting rid of any plants. I tell you that much right now. Okay. Um, um, you can't think of any baby girl names? I have two, Majoy and Kiora. Those are two. Majoy and Kiora. Here, hold on. I'll write it. No, it cannot be our yard sale. Are you kidding me? It cannot be a yard sale. Stop it. Don't say things like that. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. What gave you chills? The crystal? I love it. It's an amazing crystal. It has Devix and dragon stuff in there. Like, let me see if I can see it. I don't know if you guys be able to see it. If you look in there, it looks like the side profile. Oh, look, it's a panda. It's a panda. Where is it? I don't know if you could see it. It's like the side profile of a dragon. And then there's Devic stuff in there. It looks like faces and people. And that right there, see that center? I will lick it. Okay. I gotta get going. I gotta get going. Okay, so guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Oh my God, I had the weirdest dream last night. I had the weirdest effing dream last night. It's making me feel exposed. I dreamt that I went to the weirdest effing spa ever, right? So the first time I went to the spa, I got the most amazing massage and it was amazing and I felt really well. I felt good. And then a few days go by and I'm like, oh, I need to go and get a massage again. And so like I go back to the same spa and I get a different masseuse. And like this whole time, she's kind of like valley girlish, like platinum blonde, like really big hair. And she's adorable and everything. And then like we're conversing. And like for some reason, I'm laying on my back instead of laying on my stomach for her to massage my back. I'm laying on my back and I'm topless for some reason. And then so I'm pulling the blanket up to kind of cover myself, which I mean, I'm not I'm not afraid of nudity. So it was like no big deal. And Next thing you know, she jumps on the table and she's like basically straddling me. And I'm laying there like, what the fuck is she doing? Right? And she goes, oh my God, I just have to tell you, your areolas are so beautiful. I was like, my areolas? She's like, yes, it's such a beautiful color and shape. And I was just like, listen, I have a 1 hour massage with you, and your ass has been talking this entire fucking time. You haven't even massaged me yet. I have 30 minutes left of my time with you. And she's like, oh, I just had to tell you. And she kept talking about my areolas. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just fucking done. I'm done. I want a refund. I want a refund. I'm out. I'm out. And then they were like, well, sorry, ma'am, you don't qualify for a refund anymore. You decided to use your time to speak to her about your areolas. I didn't speak to nobody about my areolas. Yeah. I woke up like grabbing my chest like this. This bitch robbed me of my massage and blamed it on my areolas. Yeah, I'm sensitive about my areolas. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's just fine. But I just had to share that with you guys. It was a really weird dream last night. I'm just really glad that I'm awake now. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. If you haven't already signed up and you are waiting for my ass to figure out my payment processor, please do sign up now. That recurring contribution goes directly towards the Soulworks Synergistic Fund. It's completely separate from my Emmy Evolving business, and it's tax deductible because it's not a membership. It's instead our way of saying thank you for being a recurring contributor every month. You get access to varying areas of this private ministry community. Okay. So if you want to sign up, go to the soulsanctuary.love. The soulsanctuary.love. We do exclusive talks. We do all sorts of different things. I do different types of meditations. I'm about to offer an amazing learning opportunity to the members, the participants of the Soul Sanctuary private area. It's a learning opportunity, and we are working to schedule a private crystal auction with my favorite crystal person. I'm just saying. These are, I mean, the stuff that's going to be auctioned, they're not from my personal collection. So, but I mean, she has like so much stuff that you could choose from. So much stuff. I might shop too, but Frey says I've had too much already. If y'all want to buy my stuff so I can buy new stuff. No, he's gonna hear that and then he's gonna be like, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm gonna get going now. So if you'd like to sign up, the soulsanctuary.love, that's where you go. And you can be part of my exclusive participant area. Those talks that we have, good God, those talks. So it's not just me live streaming like this. We actually, you guys can come up with me and we have just full on conversations. They go real deep. They go real, real deep. And we share a lot of different things with each other. It's somewhere where, we're experiencing actually being equals instead of me just talking. It's a beautiful space. For me personally, it's a very, very beautiful space. If you'd like to join, just go check it out. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. I also have an event this Sunday. I'm going to be doing an Orifim Flame fire ceremony. That's going to be helping to utilize some of that blood moon lunar eclipse energy. It's going to be a full lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and it's also a blood moon. This energy is really, really potent. You don't have to participate with me, but if you're going to be doing energetic stuff this weekend, please be careful. It's very, very important that you are very selective of who you interact with energetically this weekend. Okay? All the way through to Monday night. Be mindful. I want you to be safe. You don't have to participate with me, but I want you to be safe, okay? It's going to take someone who can reach orphan level frequencies to be able to alchemically change, alter that frequency into something usable. So I have to be very, very blunt with that. This weekend, be very, very careful. Okay. So I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.